Whoa, hey guys, it looks like there's more TIFF movies. Let's keep talking about them. One of the films I saw was Inconvenient Indian by Michelle Latimer. This is a documentary inspired by the 2012 book of the same title. What really helps this documentary is its presentation. It's very well shot, it's got a cool tone and a good soundtrack, it's got really good editing, and there's kind of a spiritual rave energy for some of the transitionary scenes. This film talks about the history of First Nations people and their treatment in North America, but it's also a very philosophical documentary that raises ideas about history and storytelling. This is far from the standard presentation that you might expect in a documentary. There are some scenes in this film that tell a story to act as a thematic metaphor for the ideas that the film is communicating. Overall, this is a thoughtful and artfully presented film that manages to do quite a lot with very little. I'll definitely be seeing this one again, so yeah, check it out whenever you can. And I'm giving this one a 7 out of 10. Another film I saw was a documentary called 76 Days. This is a documentary shot inside Wuhan hospitals between February and April of 2020. Suffice it to say, this film is pretty ballsy. The filmmakers themselves had to go through the same protective and decontamination routines as the nurses, and the footage shown in this movie is both heartbreaking and terrifying. This documentary shows the struggles of overcrowded hospitals as they hit maximum capacity. It shows personal struggles of individuals and families struggling with the virus. This is a very genuine and unfiltered documentary that was fairly minimalistic in its approach. There was no voiceover narration or fancy editing. It's just a visceral and atmospheric documentary that really showcases the dramatic chaos of the pandemic. This was a very intense and well-made documentary, and I'll definitely be seeing it again. So check this one out whenever you can, and I'm giving this one a 7 out of 10. Another film I saw was a Brazilian film called Memory House. This is the feature-length debut of director João Paulo Miranda Maria, and it's honestly pretty impressive throughout. This movie is very, very weird. At some points it feels like a psychological horror, and at other points it's hypnotic and mesmerizing. There are also points where this film definitely gave me Jodorowsky vibes. As the film goes on, it's pretty clear that what you're seeing is not necessarily literal. It explores issues like colonialism, and it never feels preachy. The way that this film presents information is intentionally confusing and dreamlike. There were some points where I was trying to determine exactly how much there was to be interpreted. I love films that have bizarre presentations, but I love them even more if there's a point to it. By the end of the film, I was satisfied with the sense of purpose and meaning that I got from it, and there are interesting images and ideas in the film that I think deserve more interpretation. Even ignoring how atypically this film presents its information, it is still a very well-made film regardless. It's very well shot and visually interesting. There's some great lighting and use of color. There's also some great sound design in the film. This film was loaded with interesting decisions, and there was always something to chew on. Anyway, check this one out whenever you can, and I'll definitely be seeing it again. And I'm giving this one a 7 out of 10. Okay, I'm under the map. Interesting. Broken the game. Where am I? Under the map. Let's see if I can web... Come on! Where am I? What the fuck?